Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And if you've been a follower of the channel, you know every Thursday I've been doing something called Is He a Hall of Famer, where I take a look at a professional athlete who many may consider on the fence, not a surefire Hall of Famer, but definitely in the debate as to whether they belong in their sports Hall of Fame. Take a look at their career and make my final verdict as to whether I believe they should get in or shouldn't. So, last Friday, it was announced that Cole Hamels has retired from the game of baseball. Very good pitcher, very good pitcher throughout his career. So, yes, today's episode, the 26th episode of Is He a Hall of Famer, is the aforementioned Cole Hamels. Cole Hamels was selected with the 17th overall pick in the 2002 MLB draft by the Philadelphia Phillies. He would go on to make his major league debut on May 12th, 2006 with Philadelphia, and would play a long time with Philadelphia up until the 2015 season, making 20 starts for him before getting traded to the Texas Rangers. He made 12 starts with them that season, then pitched 2016 and 17 with the Rangers, made 20 starts with the Rangers in 2018 before he moved on to the Cubs, making 12 starts for him that season, pitched in 2019 for the Cubs, 2020 made one start for the Braves, and that was his career. So all in all, pitched in parts of 15 seasons during his career. Let's take a look at his baseball reference page to see how his career went. See a career 163 and 122 record, 422 games started, just one game out relief, 2,560 strikeouts, and a well above average 1.18 whip. Let's take a look at the season by season numbers. So you see 4 stars on his page. So he was named to 4 All-Star teams in his career, 3 with the Phillies, 1 with the Rangers. He had 4 top 8 NL Cy Young finishes, all coming with the Phillies. His best finish was 5th in 2011, finished 6th in 2007 and 2014, and 2012 finished 8th. Incredibly, no Cy Young votes in the season. He led the NL in whip. 2008 really is only bold ink. Had a 1.08 whip, which led the NL. Did lead the league in shutouts in 2009. 7 shutouts in his career, 17 complete games. He did throw a no-hitter for the Phillies in 2015. And the season before that, he was part of a combined no-hitter. So that's always good to have on your resume. He's a guy who continuously went out and pitched every 5 days. Very durable. During much of his time, especially with the Phillies, he had 8 seasons where he threw at least 200 innings and 5 seasons of at least 200 strikeouts, so that he was good there. You see most seasons had an ERA under 4. 2009, kind of an outlier season for him, as he went back to being an elite pitcher after that, and then 2017 late in his career. But you see his last 2 full seasons, 3.78 ERA, 3.81 ERA, so it was still productive. Fortunately, he got hurt. Again, making just that one start with Atlanta in 2020. Signed with the Dodgers, was never able to join the field for them. I believe a few months back he signed a minor league deal with the Padres. But again, wasn't able to pitch in the majors. And last Friday, he announced his retirement from the game. But a 123 ERA plus in his career, nearly every season at an above average ERA, except that 2009 season. Almost every season he had a whip under 1.3. 2.6 walks per 9 innings. Didn't give out all that many free passes in his career. 17 complete games, 7 shutouts. So Cole Hamels, definitely a very consistent pitcher for quite some time. Maybe never seen as one of the game's best, but was in that top 10 range for a long period of time. What did I say? So his career WAR was 59 according to Baseball Reference. He had a total of 8 seasons with at least 4 WAR, again according to Baseball Reference. And he definitely made his mark in the postseason. So the Phillies won the World Series in 2008. And not only that, but Hamels was named both the NLCS and World Series MVPs in that season. So you see very good postseason career. 16 starts, 17 games, 7-6, 3.41 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. But those numbers would even be a lot better if it wasn't for his last career postseason start. You see that 2016 season where he gave up 6 runs in 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, and 3 walks. So without that, his ERA may be under 3. His WHIP probably around 1. So definitely an excellent postseason pitcher. It's kind of similar to like a John Lester and Madison Bumgarner. I would say they were slightly better postseason pitchers. I mean, Madison Bumgarner is one of the greats all time in the postseason. But if you only go by regular season, I'd probably rank it Hamels, Lester, then Bumgarner. Lester's close. He does have 200 career wins. I'd probably give a slight advantage to Hamels, and I believe Hamels' career WAR is about 10 better than John Lester's. So all in all, his 163 career wins are 221st all time. But again, wins not exactly looked upon the same way as it was in the past. We know that a 300-game winner, unless Verlander finds his way there, may never happen again. And his 2,560 strikeouts are 33rd in MLB history. So if we look at the career leaders for WAR in pitchers, you see he lands 71st with his 58 WAR. So there are pitchers above him that aren't in the Hall of Fame. So we could go Chuck Finley, Brett Saberhagen, a guy who maybe I could do a Hall of Famer on, won 2 Cy Youngs with the Royals. Jack Quinn, Mark Burley, Andy Pettitte, Charlie Buffington, Tony Mullane. Some of these guys are from a long time ago. Tommy Bond, David Cone, Tommy John, Bobby Matthews, to name a few. Again, some of those are from a long time ago, but guys like David Cone, Andy Pettitte, have definitely been in consideration. Pettitte, of course, did have his 1 PED suspension, which hurts him, but his WAR is above Hall of Famers such as Eparixi, Mordecai Brown. Mariano Rivera is a reliever, I won't count him. Red Ruffing, Waite Hoyt, Al Spalding, Whitey Ford, Sandy Koufax, who of course his career was short. Early Wynn, Hoyt Will, another reliever. Addy Joss, just to name a few. So, his WAR's kind of right where it may need to be in consideration. Again, WAR isn't everything. I've mentioned that in previous videos, but it's a nice way to look at how a player's career went. So Bleacher Report wrote this in, I believe, 2020. So it just took a look at guys and their Hall of Fame chances. So mentions for Cole Hamels. At the very least, Cole Hamels is a candidate for the Hall of Better Than You Might think. Hamels was a much hyped prospect when he joined the Philadelphia Phillies in 2006. Made his first All-Star team a year later. Owns a 123 ERA plus 58.5 WAR over 2,694 and 2/3 innings. His WAR ranks 15th all time among left-handers. Only one of only 11 southpaws with more than 2,500 innings. ERA plus of at least 120. Most of the others are already in Cooperstown. However, the only one of those Cooperstowners who somewhat resembles Hamels is Lefty Gomez. Whereas Gomez was a 7-time All-Star and a 5-time champion, Hamels only has 4 All-Star selections and 1 ring. Still, the 36-year-old Hamels has been ticking right around a 3.79 ERA over the last 2 seasons. If he could keep that up for a couple more years, he could add some much needed padding to his Hall of Fame resume. Verdict, don't rule him out. Well, he didn't keep ticking along. He made just one more career start after this was written, so he didn't do anything after that. This is realitycircuit.com. I'll admit, a website I really don't know much about, but they wrote 5 reasons why Cole Hamels will be enshrined in the Hall of Fame. So if we take a look at him, one of the most consistent pitchers of the last 15 years. I kind of mentioned that, how almost every one of his seasons he had an above average ERA plus. So I can agree with that. Very consistent. Good chance at 3,000 strikeouts. When was this written? This was written in 2019. So again, he did pitch that one last season with the Cubs and then just one start after that. We know he didn't reach 3,000 strikeouts. That kind of automatically gets you in. So he did not reach that. Excellent postseason record. We did talk about that. Has definitely been a good postseason pitcher. Threw a no-hitter. Yes, I mean, sure, it helps his resume a little bit, but there's plenty of pitchers who have thrown no-hitters who are not going to make the Hall of Fame. We just saw Michael Lorenzen throw one yesterday. So yeah, sure, it helps his resume, but again, I don't think that really does much for him. Played in 3 big markets. Okay. So I guess you consider him a big game pitcher because of that. So it's saying maybe he's more of a known name because of that. But it might not be first ballot, but Cole Hamels will get there. One step closer to the Hall, and 3,000 strikeouts will all but ensure it. We know he didn't reach it. Maybe a shock to some, but Cole Hamels is a Hall of Fame pitcher. So this writer believes that he will make the Hall of Fame. My final verdict, and I'm going to have to lean towards no. I think the postseason success helps his case. I know wins isn't all that important nowadays, but fell well short of 200 for his career. Again, seen as a very, very good pitcher, probably top 10 for numerous seasons, but I don't know if he was ever considered, like, if you asked people to rate their top 3, top 4 pitchers, top 5 during a season, I'm not sure he ever would have been included in there. Again, all-time legend. Probably should have his jersey number retired by the Phillies. So Phillies legend. I think he's the guy who stays on the ballot all 10 years, meaning he reaches the minimum 5% of votes every year. I'm just going to say I don't think he belongs in. But let me know in the comments, do you think Cole Hamels belongs in the Hall of Fame? Excellent career, no doubt about it. That is much is for sure. But stay tuned for next Thursday where we take a look at another player and take a look at their Hall of Fame chances. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.